Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to our special Ho-Onko service. It's a once-a-year service that we have. It commemorates our founder of our religion, Shinran Shonin. So we'll have some special things on our program today.
The Buddhist temple have gathered here this morning for their Ho-Onko service to listen, digest, and savor the essence of the number 2. We are thankful of Shinran Shonin and his predecessors who awakened him to the unending compassion. Now everyone is able to flow in the same stream in the number 2. May we begin to hear the timeless call of reassurance that continues to come from the will of immeasurable and inconceivable life and light in the form of the name that calls.
Yeah.
ましょう。ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナマナ、ナ
Now we will have Ho-Onko, or offerings by temple representatives. First is Adult Buddhist Association. Next, Buddhist Women's Association. And temple board of directors. Any board members? We have our president. Thank you. Now, those who are able, please rise. We will be reading the Three Treasures on page 3 of the purple book, and then we will be singing a song or gabla from the white book. That's this one. And I'll announce the page after the reading of the Three Treasures. Three Treasures. Fortunate it is to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment, and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we together and get I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together absorb the spirit of universal brotherhood, free from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages and myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we're able to hear it and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Joshua? So, the song of Gatha we are singing is in this white book on page 128, Shinran's family.
I have everyone please join me in Glasgow. Please put your hands together. How joyous I am, my heart and mind being rooted in the Buddha ground of the universal vow, and my thoughts and feelings flowing within the Dharma ocean, which is beyond comprehension. I am deeply aware of the Tathagata's immense compassion, and I sincerely revere the benevolent care behind the Master's teaching activity. My joy grows ever fuller, my gratitude and indebtedness ever more compelling. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Well, hello everyone. How is everyone feeling after doing Shoshin? I know it is really long, but again, it is, in my opinion, the one chanting that we should be doing the most often because it is written by Shinran Shonin, and thus it holds basically the essence of Jodo Shinchu within it. And so, honestly, we should be doing that a little more often, but maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe if for some reason on a Sunday it falls on the 16th, I'll probably talk to people and see what they think about doing Shoshin again. But again, today we are celebrating our Ho-Onko service, which is the day in which we show our gratitude, indebtedness to the founder of Jodo Shinchu, Shinran Shonin, as January 16th was the day of his passing, and thus in Jodo Shinchu, we believe that it is the most important day for us Jodo Shinchu Buddhists to observe because on the passing of Shinran Shonin's on the day that he passed, it is understood that he eventually went to the Pure Land. According to the Pure Land Buddhists, it depends if you wait in limbo, I guess you say, for 49 days and then you're born into the Pure Land, depending on the... but according to Shinran Shonin, immediately after you pass, you are immediately born into the Pure Land, meaning that after Shinran Shonin passed on the 16th, he was born into the Pure Land. And which is the reason why I quoted today from Shinran Shonin's most popular work, The True Teaching, Practice, and Realization of the Pure Land Way, because this part that I actually quoted from are Shinran's words specifically. So Shinran Shonin, at the very end of his most famous work, he shows his gratitude toward the teachers who came before him, who helped him understand the meaning of the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, of fully entrusting themselves to Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion. And it also encompasses the reason why we are here celebrating Ho-Onko, because we are here to show our appreciation towards Shinran Shonin. Among other things, I know some people are here for the food afterwards, and so I do not blame you for coming for that too, as I hear White River Buddhist Temple's food is always delicious. But so what I wanted to talk about today is how we show this in gratitude for Shinran Shonin, especially for Ho-Onko. So one thing that we do is, of course, chant Shoshin Nembutsu Ge. We generally chant every month, technically, on the 16th. We do what we call the Gyofu style, but today we did the Soulfu style, which is generally the everyday version, which hopefully was really nice for everyone, and that when you get to that higher part of Shoshin Ge, the special one, you kind of go all over the place, and this one you kind of just go up, and then you go down a little bit a few times, and then you go up, back up. So Soulfu is a little bit more easier to understand than Gyofu, but eventually I hope that maybe one day we could do Gyofu together, because it sounds beautiful when there's a whole bunch of people chanting it. Another way that we show our appreciation towards Shinran Shonin is by also putting up the Goeiden. So the Goeiden are those 4 scrolls that you see on the wall over there.
I apologize they're not censored. I should have asked someone before I put them up if we could censor them a little bit. But that is what we call the goeden. Translated go is the honorific. E means pictures and then means to transmit. So it's the transmission. It basically pictures that tell the story of Shinran Shonin. So what is really nice here at the White River Buddhist Temple, and I hope you guys cherish this, is that as far as especially Kusunoki Sensei understands, this is the only full set of goeden in the BCA. So we are very fortunate to have all 4 schools here at the White River Buddhist Temple. So please appreciate that. And please, this time I put up photocopies of what is in this book. It's called Illustrated Biography of Shinran Honganji Shonin. 日本語は本願寺商人親鸞伝ねという and so this is actually a compilation by the late Hisao Inagaki sensei, and unfortunately it's not in print anymore. So I stole this from my husband, and that's why you marry your ministers. they tend to have something that you don't have. So I stole this for him. He graciously gave it to me for a Ho-Onko service. But I was able to grab photocopies from it, and so I posted on right next to each of the scrolls what each of those panels mean. And in this book, hopefully for next year, it goes into a little bit more detail of what those panels encompass, what's in those panels. And so I hope to, my project this full year, for next year, is to actually maybe have some printouts or something that specifically say this point is this, shows this point shows this, etc., etc. So that's my project. But for now, please, after service, or when you're digesting and want to walk around during Shinenkai, you're welcome to look at these schools and see the life of Shinran Shonin. So that is another way that we show our gratitude towards Shinran Shonin. The second, though we are not going to do this year, is to read the Godensho. So the Godensho is a biography written by the grandson of Shinran Shonin and the third abbot head priest of Honganji Kakunyo Shonin. So this was nicely written by his family and is also typically read during Ho-Onko. Not usually the day of, but during the full week of Ho-Onko. And again, we will not do it this time, because especially reading it all in Japanese, it takes about an hour or two, and I don't expect us to sit here for 2 hours to listen to all this. But what is nice is that I was taught a few of the chapters, and so maybe some other time, maybe next year, I might see if I could read at least a little part of this for you. And there is a translation of it in this book, so it maybe could have a chapter read from this and then the translation read from this, so that next year we could listen to how Kakunyo Shonin wrote about his grandfather, Shinran Shonin. That would be really, really, I would be really happy if we did that. I'm not saying, I was thinking more for if we were to have a special service actually on January 16th next year, which I know everyone has work, everyone's busy, and the 16th next year is on a Tuesday. But, I wouldn't be opposed to us doing a service with everything that we use to show our gratitude towards the founder of Jodo Shinshu, Shinran Shonin. And that service, my hope, is to have a service with the Shoshin Nembutsuge, hopefully Gyofu style, with the Nembutsu Wasan, which we didn't do today, and you probably be a little happier that we didn't do today because they would have added another 10 minutes to the chanting. But it's very beautiful, the Wasans, and I hope that one day we'll be able to do it. With that same service, I hope to, that whole time, have the Goeden, the picture of biography as I like to call it, up on the wall during that whole time, as well as have reading at least a few chapters from the Godensho in Japanese and then reading it again in English so that we understand it. Maybe I might need to talk to the religious committee about this and maybe talk, because I am married to somebody who specializes in reading of the Japanese poet. I might ask him to come and present it because his voice is a lot better than mine when it comes to a lot of things, because he is a religious specialist. Not saying I think my chanting's okay. Hopefully everyone could understand me when I chant, but I have no confidence in my ability to do the Godensho, even though I've been taught it. But this is how we, again, show our gratitude towards Shinan Shonin. Shoshi Nebutsuge, put up the Goeden, read the Godensho. Though Shinan Shonin lived already over 800 years ago, this year is his 850th birthday, and Jodo Shinshu was established 800 years ago. It seems like a very long time. It feels like a very long time, and it's hard for us to connect through that history. And so this is how we connect with Shinan Shonin and show our appreciation towards this Japanese guy who lived a long time ago in Kyoto, Japan. A place that was totally different from today. A place that is a country away. A time that we know was full of strife. That we know there was a lot of suffering going on. And not saying that isn't true today. There's a lot of suffering going on today, but it was definitely a different time. It was definitely, the differences between us and our time and Shinan Shonin's time is way different. So to be able to make connections with Shinan Shonin and the people who lived during that time is really hard. Again, today we are observing our Ho-Onko service, the memorial service of Shinan Shonin. And my hope today was to hopefully have us connect and be able to find a way to make connections with the teachings, with the Dharma. If it was just somewhere chanting during Shoshin Nebutsuge, or just what I read as my quote today, or if it was something that I said, or if it was something that happened today, that would be very lovely if you made that connection today, because today is a very important day for us as Jodo Shinshu Buddhists to show our respect to Shinan Shonin and his teachings that encourage others to also pursue their own journey into the Dharma and to pursue the connection they can make with Amida Buddha and trusting in the infinite wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha. So I know I talked very long today, but today is a special service, and I know you guys are getting hungry. So let me end here, and let us put our hands together in Gasho as we think upon the life of Shinan Shonin and show our gratitude toward the Venerable Master and his teachings to the infinite wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message on this special day. Those of you who are able, please rise for the Gatha from Dokusan 2. You'll find it on page 153 of the Purple Service Book. And we will remain standing and read the daily Jodo Shinshu Creed on page 8. Join me in the reading. Please join me in the reading of the Daily Creed of Jodo Shinshu. You'll find it on page 8. All together. Realizing enlightenment is assured, residing in the I shall live my life cheerfully and positively, understanding the oneness of life, and cultivating self-reflection. I shall diligently attend to my life's tasks and clarity. Recognizing the Dharma path, I shall spread the teachings of the Buddha. Appreciating the Buddha Dharma, I shall respect and help others, working for the good of society. Thank you. You may be seated. Do we have any guests today that would like to introduce themselves?
Yes, we Sonia. Her first time here, so let's welcome her.
Anyone else like to be recognized? All right. Announcements. Any groups wish to make it out? Here comes
So you can yell from here?
Oh, you can if you want to.
I'm Norma Nietzsche, and I just wanted to thank Shar and Sharon, Kendall, Valerie, Charles for the lunch today. For putting it together. I understand it is very good. Enjoy it, and I know there was a notice to come in if we could at 9 this morning, and I'm like, really? I have a hard time getting here at 10:30. So, thank you everyone, and I enjoy it.
Yes, and sincere thank you to Norma. So our lunch today at our Shinenkai or New Year's party, it was partially funded by Norma in honor of Bill. So really thank you, Norma, for that.
That was the easy part.
Yep, so after service today, so we're going to actually do things a little bit differently. So we're going to actually eat here in the Hondo. After we finish Oshoko and finish service, we'll just ask everyone to help, if you are able, to help us transition this area. We're going to move tables, eat in here and spread out, so we're not all packed in together. We also, so we're going to play bingo. And so we'll pass out cards for you. We have a lot of great prizes, so please stay for that as well. And then before you leave, we also received a donation from the county for like COVID test kits, hand sanitizer, and so please, we want to get those out into the community, so please take as much as you need. Feel free to pass them to your family and friends. And yeah, please stay today and looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right, any more announcements? No? Yes? Never mind, people get up. So that would be interesting to those of you who are able to help move the furniture here and set up tables that we all can enjoy ourselves for the Shirenkai or New Year's lunch. That would be appreciated. I will be taking BWA dues. You can obviously find me, you know, I'm around here somewhere, at $20, and we would like to get them in. But I'll have more opportunities next month at the general members meeting on February 12th. I think we have general membership meeting at the temple. So that'll be another opportunity. So, Sensei, would you like to bless the meeting? Sorry, did I do?
Did catch me a little off guard. But please put your hands together and go. 何も見どつ、何も見どつ、何も見どつ。いただきます。Short and sweet.
You'll find on your programs, we are adding a new item to our service to officially close our services. You'll find at the bottom something called closing words. If you wish to read along, that's fine. If you wish to meditate during that, that is fine too. So here we go. My life is not only my life, but also the life of others. Sacrifice, kindness, thoughtfulness, and patience. I am grateful. Namo Mino. Thank you all very much.